Welcome to Allie's Attic, where you never know what kind of surprise you'll find in my attic. I'm your host, Allie, and today my surprise is an award-winning singer. Please welcome Verity White. Hello, Verity.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a bit cold and a bit wintry here, but it's here in the UK. But it's good. It's fine. It's coming up to Christmas, which is amazing because I love Christmas. So yes, awesome. I'm
Oh, do
happy. I'm
you?
good.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a Christmas. Well, you know what? I have grandkids, so that kind of got me back into the Christmas mood.
Uh
But
huh.
once my daughter grew up, it was like, hmm. But yeah, now I'm kind of there. I'm going to be 50 on Saturday, Verity. I
Oh,
am,
oh my God,
yes,
happy
thank you.
birthday!
I'm having a hard time with it. Like I'm really having a hard time with it. I want to hide.
Oh,
Yeah, but anyways, it'll be okay.
it'll
Um
be perfect. It'll be
yeah,
fine.
sure. I was telling my grandson he turned 13 yesterday.
Oh,
And I said, "I'm old." And he's like, "No, you're not." I go, "Seriously, when I was young, 50 was old, but he keeps telling me that I don't look old, so I love him. He's
well then in that case, go with it. Just
Exactly.
take that and run with it then.
Exactly. Okay, so let's start talking about you because I am so excited that you're on the show. We were just talking about earlier. We've been talking for it seems like forever, and like we're friends, and
Yeah.
virtually have a coffee with each other every day.
Yeah, I know. It's
Exactly.
weird.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off with okay. So first off, you won for best female indie artist for the Spiderweb Radio Awards, right?
Yeah, I
Ah,
know.
that no, it's not surprising at all. You rock. And you also for best alternative rock single, which was Too Much,
Yeah,
for the Academia Awards.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
great.
I mean, it's been a bit of a mad year to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I actually only started releasing music last year, if you can believe it.
Wow.
It's been sort of just over 12 months, so like maybe about 15 months since I put out my first release. And the fact that I've kind of already got a couple of awards under my belt is pretty awesome. So it's been amazing. It's been a lot of hard work, as you can imagine, but it's been really amazing. And it kind of just sort of proves to me that maybe any fears that I had about putting my music out there maybe aren't as it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't believe you haven't. I thought you'd been out there for a while. Like that is so good that you've won those awards already.
I
Now,
know it's mad.
yeah. Now, I know a lot of people have said that you sound like Stevie Nicks turned up to
Yeah.
11, which I love that. Or fronting for the Foo Fighters meets Royal Blood. Now, I'm I wanted to be Stevie Nicks when I grew up. I tell everybody that.
Oh,
I am such a huge fan, and I hear it when I listen to you.
you too.
Which, oh
Thank you.
God, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
massive compliment, and I love her. She's so incredible.
Oh God, so do I. So do I. I'm hoping that would be my dream interview if I ever, ever, ever could, but I don't know if I ever be able to. But anyway, now you take inspiration from various places, from like the '90s rock bands to classic
Yeah,
soul, industrial, right to electronica.
yeah.
You cover all kinds of stuff, and then you add
I know.
in all of the like instruments, like the guitars and synths and strings, just to highlight them all. When
Yeah.
did you decide, Verity, that this is what you wanted to do? Like, how old were you when you started writing and singing?
I basically have been performing since I could walk and make noise. My my folks remember, and they tell me stories of like when I was little. In fact, my dad said this in his wedding speech about me this year that he remembers, us being on holiday and it was before my little brother was born, so I must have been only like 3.5 or 4 years old, and I was literally in the middle of this restaurant singing and dancing because I liked the song, and like just performing and being center of attention. So I guess it's kind of always been who I am. But I went through a really big shaky patch. I actually got really bad childhood depression, and I was very sick. And I wrote a lot of music through those points, but I never did anything with them. And it got to the point where I had so little self confidence in anything that I was doing that I decided that I wasn't gonna pursue my dream. I wasn't gonna do music because I was so scared that it was gonna go wrong. And I couldn't have taken at that point. I couldn't have taken the rejection. I just wasn't strong enough.
Wow.
Yeah. So it actually, it wasn't until I built myself up and started sort of singing again in function bands and getting involved with the scene a little bit, and then slowly sort of getting things like I landed a gig being a backing vocalist for this big prog rock band called Pendragon.
Yeah.
And I came back from my first tour with them, and there were people on that tour that were asking where they could buy my music, and I was like, what do you mean, where can you buy my music? I'm no one. I'm kind of new, you know. Ooh, how embarrassing. And so it was at that point that, which was, like I said, last summer, that I kind of decided, you know what, it's time. Now is time. I'm strong enough to do this, so let's go for it.
Well, I'm so glad you did. Oh my goodness. You're so upbeat. But you know what? So am I. Everybody says, "Oh, you're so happy." I went through so much depression in my life. Yeah, but I went through like lots of depression in my life too. So I know exactly where you're coming from because you hide away. That's my go-to.
You do, and you lose all confidence in yourself. And I think people often find it. You probably find the same thing that. Just because you come across as a really bouncy and positive person doesn't mean that you don't have demons hiding underneath that. And a lot of people kind of go, "Oh my God, I never would have guessed." And oftentimes you find that it is the more open and the more chatty people are like us.
Yeah,
they oftentimes have suffered from things like that because it actually makes it easier for you to talk to other people, I think, as well.
I think so too. I mean, yeah, look at Robin Williams, right? I never, ever, ever would have thought. So yeah, unbelievable. I am so glad that you got out of your depression, regardless of your music, just for you personally, because I know it's hard and it's a dark, dark place, and it's not fun being in there. But anyway, you're out of there. You're doing amazing. So you've already talked about Pendragon. Now let's also talk about you were the session vocalist for the soundtrack of the award-winning Robin of Sherwood reboot, Knights of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, so Robin of Sherwood was this massive cult TV show over in the UK on a channel called ITV, and the creator basically wrote all the scripts, but he'd written one script before he died that never ended up getting turned into anything. So I think it was last year, some of the guys that were involved in it decided to start a crowdfunding project to crowdfund a radio drama version of this last script. So they met and far exceeded their goal. And they were looking, they couldn't pin down Clannad to get the original soundtrack, and they were looking for somebody to write the soundtrack. And it just so happens that Alex, my husband, is an amazing composer, and he ended up landing the job to rewrite the soundtrack, basically to write a Celtic soundtrack. And he got in a female session vocalist that he happened to be married to, which is me. So it was, I think it was lucky, obviously, that Alex got it, but it was a lot harder than I thought. Actually, seeing that, it was really difficult.
Really, eh?
It was. I think Celtic music moves in a way that isn't the way that I would normally move music. So it kind of operates in kind of different signatures when it's moving from one note to another, and it's not a way, I suppose, I guess as well it's because I don't listen to a lot of Celtic music, so I don't really know how it works. So it was when Alex wrote it and then gave me the charts to sing, I was like, whoa, and I just couldn't get my head around how the harmonies were working because it just isn't what I would do. So I did get quite angry to go on those sessions.
Oh, well, it worked, right? You figured it out.
Right. And it sounds amazing. Like, seriously, the whole thing's been received really, really well, and it won an award. So that's fantastic.
Awesome, and I'm so happy that your husband got to be the composer on that. Things happen for a reason. So now, like you have melodic rock singles like "Too Much," "Look Inside," which came out February of 2017, and they're on playlists of indie radio networks across the world, and I've seen them tweeting it and talking about it because I follow them all. Stripped Bare is an acoustic EP, and it's just basically working with the piano and acoustic guitars, and it came out in June, and it kind of shows a softer side to you, which is nice. It gives you...
Well, kind of made it. Sorry,
No, go ahead. This is your time, not mine.
Well, basically, the whole point of Strip Bare was that we wanted to put something out quickly, and Alex and I kind of thought, it'll be easier and quicker to kind of throw together an acoustic EP, but it transpired that it actually wasn't. It wasn't always the way. It took actually. I found it more difficult every song that I write has got roots in something that's happened.
Yeah.
And I think that honesty and that truth kind of, it helps other people gel with the music when they're listening to it as well.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but yeah, I think that on the Strip Bare EP, it was just nice to be able to show people that I'm not all just about one thing, and that I can, be versatile and do different things. And I have got a much softer side, and I can do the kind of girly folky stuff as well as the kind of much harder rocky stuff too.
Yeah, and it's nice to see. It just rounds you out as a musician, and you're great at both of them. I don't know. Yeah, like I absolutely love you, Verity. Now,
Oh,
now that was followed up by "I Don't Care" in August, the first
yeah,
single from the upcoming album "Breaking Out," which is doing really, really well. Um,
yeah, it's raspberry.
yeah, it's doing great. Now you also have a previously released EP, parentheses, and it
Yeah,
was voted one of, I'm not going to be able to say this right, Quite Nine magazines?
Quite Nine. Yeah,
Quite Nine.
they're a
Okay.
French rock magazine.
Okay.
And it was voted one of their top releases of 2016. Yeah.
Awesome. So you're so like you're doing everything right.
I know. That's probably why I'm so tired.
Probably. Probably. That might be, yeah, something to do with it. Um, I'm so, so glad that you came on my show. I mean, seriously, I am a fan. There's a bunch of us that kind of get together on Twitter. We're
Yeah,
crazy and we joke around and we have fun. And it's just, like I said, it's like having coffee with people every day,
it is. And it would be so
virtually.
nice, like, if we could all have this random convention's probably the wrong word, but like a massive party that we all might. If one of that group manages to get ridiculously rich and famous, I think that they should pay for all of us to go to a party.
I agree. I agree. Now watch, it's going to be me
Tell them.
first. Well, actually, if I do, if for whatever reason I get rich and famous, ha. Anyways, I'm.
You better be too busy interviewing Stevie Nicks to care about
Oh
us.
my God, I wish. Oh my God, that would make my day. But no, I would definitely get together in the UK with everybody because I think that would be absolutely wonderful. So yeah, if I
You
do,
need an excuse to come over here, right? So, why not?
exactly. And I just got my passport, so I'm good to go. But
Yay!
yeah,
That's really fun.
so yeah, I'll get rich and famous and then I'll come. Yeah, we'll rent out a really, really nice place, not a
Yeah.
hotel, but we will have maids and stuff like that because who wants to
Yeah,
clean and
I think
cook,
we should
right?
rent out a stinky home in
Yeah,
Cornwall where it's really beautiful and you can go to the seaside and it's all really nice, but also very chill, and yeah, so you like that.
exactly. Okay, plan.
Got it. What are you doing?
Oh my God, could you imagine if this actually happened? That would be so cool.
Oh,
Anyways, now, because you've only been in the scene, like you said, for about 15 months now. And you went through the depression and everything, and then you finally built yourself up. So you would be so good for this next question. If you had any advice to give any of the new artists that are starting out, and I mean, I've been interviewing like 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and I mean, it
yeah,
hurts my heart because I know how scary it can be out there.
yeah.
What kind of advice would you give them?
I think it's really important to stay true to who you are and to be yourself. You should never let anyone else dictate how you should or shouldn't act. You know in yourself whether what you're doing is right or wrong. And I think that, to be honest, most of the reason that I've had sort of any success up to now is just because I have been me. There's no strategy, there's no marketing man, there's no one else out there kind of doing any of the work for me. It's literally just me on a plate. And that's good days and bad days. That's me glamorous in lots of makeup before I go on stage, or me sat with scruffy hair and my glasses on, or dressed as a unicorn as you've seen.
Yes.
So, being who you are is your unique selling point. You are your unique selling point. So I don't understand why anybody would choose to not be themselves.
Hmm.
I think that's really important, but it also ties into kind of it's sort of like the second point, which is don't ever develop an ego.
Yeah, that is like huge.
Yeah.
I'm not okay. I will touch on it because I mean there are obviously some big stars that I mean in my dreams I want to interview.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks does not have an ego. She's very, very private, and I respect that. There's some other ones that I love their music, I don't know if I'd interview them because I wouldn't be
Yeah.
talking. Like, you know what I mean? It would be them, them,
Yeah.
them, them, them.
I think and how can you want to? I mean, yeah, okay. If someone's in the mainstream and they're out in the media and their music's being pushed anyway because they've got, record company backing or whatever backing they have to be able to get to that point,
Hmm.
then great, yeah, okay, that music's going to be heard by people and people will like that music. But when you are a small indie artist just starting out trying to do what you're going to do, you don't have that backing. So
Yeah.
you can't act in any way other than a honest and grateful way towards people that are listening to your stuff. You've got to be warm and you've got to be friendly, because people at the end of the day, there's so much music out there.
Hmm.
They're only going to choose to listen to stuff if it's there in their faces because it's on the radio,
Hmm.
or if they kind of randomly start chatting to you and think, oh, actually, that person's quite nice. Oh, I'll just have a listen to their music. And suddenly they're like, wow, I really like it. Or they might not like it, but they might still want to support you anyway because they like you as a person. So I just think that is so, so important. And I've seen people do it so wrong. And that's the thing. I've seen people that, the same level as me, that literally just go out there like they own the place. And I'm just like, guys,
Yeah.
who's going to warm to you if that's what you're doing?
Yeah. And I have a hard time with it too because I'm offering a platform for people that, might not get heard wherever or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And it still baffles me that they're, dictating the time and the day. And I'm like, no. And it took me a while, honestly, Verity, to be able to say, no, I can't do that. This is what I have available. Like, if you can work that in or, whatever other date, in that time period. And yeah. And then I'm not going to mention any names, but I had one completely tell me that no, they're not coming on my show. So
Really?
yeah,
Because you would do what they wanted.
yeah, exactly. Because
Well,
they,
there are plenty of indie artists out there that would bite off your hands to come on your show.
oh, well, and I love having them. So I'm getting better. And I have a little group on Twitter that are independent artists that if I have a problem or I'm thinking, okay, am I taking this the wrong way, or that I ask them. Now you're going to be included, but yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
Because of all of the psychotherapy that I've had, I am great for advice.
So am I, because of all the crap both of us have gone through. That's why we're so good at
We're
it.
going to be amazing. We should set up our own counseling group.
Exactly. That's what everybody tells me, that I sound like, oh my God, I can't remember her. Delilah After Dark. She used to be like,
oh,
yeah, she used to give relationship advice and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, I can't handle my own relationships when I have them. Never mind telling somebody else.
I'm great at giving advice to other people. I never ever follow it. Like all of my friends are like, oh, Verity, you need to rest more and you need to take some time for yourself. And I'm like, no, yeah, I'm fine. Literally, I would be giving them advice and I'm like, oh, you need to rest more. You should take some more time for yourself. It's really important. I'm just useless.
I know, so am I. My mom says it's because you're Scottish and you're so stubborn. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, you gave me the honor of picking songs that we're going to put up on the website. You sent me all of your songs. I listened to every single one of them. I don't know if this is going to surprise you or not, but these are the ones I picked. We are going.
I love it. It's so exciting.
I love Zeros and Ones.
Cool.
And Overcome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Brilliant choices. Well, I would say that because they're my favorite.
No, they actually, they just clicked with me, and I absolutely love them. Out of all of the one, all of your music's good, and I honestly had to listen to it a couple of times before I could actually make my choice, because I was like, okay, I can't choose all of them. And those, Zeros and Ones, I absolutely love. I love the meaning behind it. You can talk about the meaning behind it if you want, because
I'd love to. Zeros and Ones, it was inspired by a friend of mine who was going through a really difficult time in her relationship. But the thing that she was going through was very similar to something that I had experienced as well. So I kind of dug into what she was going through and dug into what I had experienced, with a kind of relationship that it's just not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there's and it's all black and white. It's all zeros and ones. There's kind of nothing in between. There's no way out of it.
Yeah.
And that feeling of the fact that you kind of love them, but also it's not going to go anywhere, and actually you're going to be better off, both of you, if it just ends. And that's what that song's really about, that kind of that decision, and that that actually it's not going to work. I can't be me, you can't be you, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I love that. I absolutely, that's the first thing that caught me, was the meaning behind it. Now, Overcome.
Yeah, Overcome is actually about dealing with kind of I wouldn't go so far as to say that I was an alcoholic, but I was very sick when I was at university, and I had a problem with drinking a lot, and it overcomes kind of about overcoming that and those issues to do with addiction.
Hmm. And I love it because I'm a big advocator, and the same reasons you are. I got
Yeah,
involved in a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have when I was younger, and
yeah,
I overcame them. And I love helping other people, which is sometimes not
exactly.
good because you can get yourself in really awful positions. But
You can, you can.
I love the meaning of that song. It just
Thank
resonated with me like you would not believe. Now, we can buy your music online as well as your website, which is veritywhite.com. It's going to be up on my website. People can just click on it. It's going to link to your website so they can find out more about you, listen to all the rest of your beautiful music,
thank
and
you.
purchase them.
Yay, buy the music. Let's support India.
Yes, that's why we're doing this. Um,
Yay.
but I also want to say, like, I absolutely adore you. I love your sense of humor. I love, getting little messages from you on Twitter. And so I hope to God that continues. And if,
Oh God, it will. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
anything new happens, you're more than welcome to come back on to talk about it.
I would love that. Yay, thank you. I'll
You're
have to come back
welcome.
on after I've done the tour and let you know how it went.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Please, 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 please. That would be awesome. And any new singles you put out too, I have a page on my website where artists are now getting into the habit of sending me their new singles. I throw them up there and I promote them.
We're doing a really fun. We've got this really cool plan for a new single in the new year where it's going to be a choose your own adventure.
Ah.
So the fans are going to help write the single.
Oh my God, that is so exciting. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm really
totally.
excited. It's going to be really cool. So yeah, I watch out for that one. That's going to be all
Yeah,
over
I
Twitter.
can't wait. Yeah. And then definitely you can come on and you can even bring one of your fans on that, whatever. That would be cool.
I'll
Anyway,
just bring my cats, which would be here if they hadn't just both run
yeah,
away.
yeah, I don't think they liked my voice. They took off as soon as they heard me. But anyways, Verity, thank you so much for coming on my show. I totally appreciate it. This is the most fun I've had all day.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
You're
I hope you have a
welcome.
really great rest of day.
Yes, I will. And you as well. And like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on.
Yay. Thank you.
And thank you for joining me on Allie's Attic. Keep checking my website because you never know what kind of surprises you'll find in my attic. Cheers!